Alright. I don't get why people are buying the new Switch 2. I really don't. To those of you who do, please, in the comments, can you write down why? Type down why, write whatever. But, honestly, after hearing what the terms of service are for them, really? I mean, what they just pretty much stated, and that, from what I can gather, is if you break it, they can break your system. They can destroy your system, make it unusable. You're spending $500 pretty much to have a rental system that they can remove your access to at any given time. Why? Now, those of you who don't buy the system, thank you. I can understand why, not so much thank you, but I can understand why you did it. You got, I mean, hell, the only reason I bought the first Switch, because one was cheap, and two, it was a system I can play Pokemon on. But I think I jumped on the subject, but whatever. Let's get back to the main thing. If all you, if they can shut down your system whatever the hell they want, that just means, guess what? You no longer own that system. The system is no longer yours. You bought the agreement to rent the system. The only thing they're not doing is charging you a monthly fee. Oh wait, they are. Online. Now, if they wanted to shut your online service down only, that's a different story. Hell, that's on them. You and them. That affects you and them. It doesn't affect everyone else. And some of you may be wondering what I mean by affect everyone else. Those of you who agree to this terms, you're literally agreeing to the fact that what you are pretty much telling them they are right. That they should not own the system they paid for. You are saying that's what we're fine with you what we paid for, taking our money and telling us, well, even though we took your money for a system, which is you paying for a system, you no longer have the right to the system. You have as much of a right to this as we let you have to the system. Now, while if all they're doing is subtract from their online service, guess what? It's a constant, continually paid online service they have to maintain. So yes, if they want to take you off of it, that's just between A and B. And honestly, I need to see my way out of there. But hey, what? I don't know much. I'm just some random dude. If you're listening to me, listen to me. If you're not, you're not. I hold nothing against you. I hold nothing towards you. But hey, whatever. That being stated, I'm gonna tell you what this is gonna most likely end up leading to. Us actually renting systems. And you heard me. I'm not just saying paying for an online subscription to use their online services. I'm talking about, oh, if you want the system in your house, you have to pay this much monthly. Or otherwise, we will take the system out of your house. And odds are they'll start off at $20 a month. Then in a year or two's time, it'll move up to 40, then 60, 80, 100, to a point where it becomes just as expensive as renting a Blay apartment to own your system a month. That is what you're agreeing to here. Now, does that, am I being real hyperbolic? Most likely. I'll admit, I'm not smart. I don't know much about damn near anything. What I do know, though, is if someone told me flat, oh, you're no longer going to be able to own your system, but we will give you the right to use the system. All you have, all you're doing is paying us $500. Guess what? At $500, I'm not only owning that system, but anyone trying to shut me out or whatever is gonna have a fight on their hand. I'm gonna be honest. Now, some of you think Nintendo has the right to do this. I would love to hear why you believe they have the right to do this. Because I would love to hear the argument for it. I really would. But I'm gonna be honest. I can't see the argument for it. Companies usually sell systems at a loss and make up for it in games and peripherals. Guess what? If they're saying $500, if we're assuming $500 is a loss, there's some a loss here. Honestly, they got scammed out of tech. They themselves got scammed for money. Because from what I saw on everything, even their game chat's lagging behind. If that's the case, they're not just they're not just getting scammed of money. Their their company's being made to look bad. Now, I will say this. I honestly believe Nintendo's lost the plot here. Really lost the plot. And a lot of companies, every company has at one point or another lost the plot. But where most companies use for one point or another, they usually either pricing or tech or whatever. Nintendo here managed to do something that's really hard to do. They lost the plot on multiple fronts. Again, this is all my opinion, so please understand my opinion. And like an asshole, like assholes, everyone has one. So, if you don't like my opinion, oh well. I just ask that you give me a chance to explain myself before you start writing anything hateful and disgusting. Okay? Now, Nintendo lost the plot on many fronts. Nintendo is a family-friendly gaming console. This much we all agree on. If we can, cool. If we can't, again, write down why I may be wrong. Because I would, again, love to hear other points of view on this. Now, with Nintendo being a family, the Switch was a really good way to go. It allowed people with kids to combine the best things of both home consoles and handhelds. I, honestly, this is a good system. But I'm gonna be honest. And when it first came out, someone would told me it's a $500 system. Guess what I would have told them? Fuck you, have a nice day. Yes, I swear a bit on the channel. Sorry if you don't like it, but this is what I do. Now, that's not to say anything negative about the system. It's just in my head, it's not worth that much money. And in my head, the Switch 2 is not worth that much money. If they flat out told me it's the same $200 price range, maybe three, which is be okay, more understandable. Guess what? The system probably end up doing a lot better than what it is. And if anyone from Nintendo ends up hearing this, dude, overinflating how many consoles you sell or how many pre-orders or whatever it is, guess what? It's only going to hurt you in the long run. Because people are going to see when they go to stores that there are extra consoles in the store. And guess what? That tells them you're lying. And that tells most people that your system is as good as you want them to believe it is. You are hurting yourselves and no one else. Now, with all this being stated, you want, I get companies are about making money. I get it. I'm all for companies gotta do what companies gotta do. Make that cash. I understand they have bills to pay, they have people to watch, they have things to do. But they also have to understand that no, not everyone out there is made of bloody money. And guess what? A lot of the people who play the consoles aren't the people who buy their consoles. And there's the thing. They're not selling more so to they're trying to make the parents buy. What makes them think a parent will spend $500 on that system for their kid? 500 bucks on something that has no real innovation to it. The Switch 1, first Switch was innovative, don't get me wrong. Combining best parts of both worlds on there when it comes to that. But just because you're riding coattails of the first Switch doesn't mean the second Switch can lays about. No, you didn't add anything new to it. You just decided, well, the first Switch was good. Maybe we can just ride off the fame of that. No, you can't. You raised a bar for your system. A bar that needs to constantly be either met or excelled. You did neither. Game chat. Guess what? Every console has game chat. Hell, there's Discord game chat. Discord chat. Whatever. You have not provided anything new. You've provided just the way for people to insult each other on your system. Now, Again, the people who buy the system, nothing against them, but I don't understand it. Again, please, in comments, write down why. Because, in all honesty, when Intel start getting with, I don't know, name a computer handheld device. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that let you hook up to Steam. I don't know all the brands. I can't remember any of them. So excuse me. But use those. Because honestly, you may be paying more for the tech, but you're paying less for the games. Nint- some of you may argue that, well, Nintendo has deals for... No, they don't. At most, they get maybe 15% off on any random deal. While I've seen games go for as little as 20 bucks on Steam. 5, 10, 20. And these are from deals. For Switch, not so much. Switch, I see them go as little as 35, 40, unless the game was already like $10. Then you'll see maybe 2 or 3. But here's the thing. You're not going to see a AAA game on the Switch for half price. You will see it on Steam for half price. Hell, you'll see it on PlayStation and Xbox for at least 25-30% off sometimes. So no, I don't see the point in it. Nintendo here is make trying to have their cake and eat it too. And honestly, I get that mentality. I can respect that mentality to a point. To a point, though. That mentality pushes businesses day in and day out. But that mentality does come with quite a few drawbacks. Backs. The first is, guess what? That mentality doesn't cause them to make some real big fuck ups. Some of you know what I mean. Hell, if you want to be in that situation, that's fine by me. But I'm gonna be. I don't see the point in that situation. I really don't. Now, I could be wrong, and honestly, I could be talking out my ass. Wouldn't be the first time. And Lord knows it won't be the last. But, come on. If everything goes as it's going, guess what? People are going to end up stop playing their games. Except for maybe a few of the diehard fans, Nintendo, unless they fixing this, are gonna lose a lot of people. Why? Because parents have worry about their own home bills over everything else. Guess what? They may want to get their kid everything, but to find out the system doesn't actually keep the system, the company actually keep let their system keep working. They don't follow the tune. Have you heard kids lately? So you have kids that would violate the terms of service without a second bloody thought. You currently have kids whose first words out their mouth on the system violates every terms of service and comes out as a racial bloody slur out of people's mouth. Guess what? You are going to a lot of people who end up bricking their system when they're talking to their friends. You are going to have bricking when, in sheer anger, them not realizing the headset's still on, and them walking away screaming, cursing, and saying every word in the English, every negative word in existence. You have literally put the people who play your games in the insta-kill slot. Because guess what? Kids don't pay attention to what they say. Kids don't understand what they say. Kids are bloody morons for the most part. And guess what? That's every kid. And it doesn't get better when they get older. We just learn to hide our moronic tendencies just a little bit better. But even then, they slip out, go, "Oh, I'm here. Yeah, how to make your life a living hell." And in all honesty, we can all say that. Some adults who've had a little too much to drink do it without a second thought. They revert to when they were 6. Some adults who get really annoyed, people who get really annoyed really quickly, guess what? Things flow out their mouths at the rate of Mach fuck me. And guess what? Yes, if that is not, that should be an actual speed. Mach fuck me. Then there should also be one called Mach fuck you. Think that'd be kind of funny. But back to what I was saying. With everything that everyone said, hell, Nintendo, listen to how you guys act sometimes. And I'm not saying as a company or as a group or anything. I'm saying when you go through your daily lives, how quickly when you're angry do the words fly out your mouth before you have time to think. Yeah. Some of you, I'm pretty sure, just realize, oh shit. While others of you, I always think about what. No, you don't. It's usually those who say, well, I always think about who are the first to fly off the handle and insult or demean or hell everyone. And guess what? You don't like it. I'm just saying what I've seen. Yeah. Well, I think I'll call that. Give me a sec. So, where was I last? Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I think I was on how quickly people tend to fly off the handle and say things whether they say things without thinking. And those who, yeah, I think that's where it was at. But I could be wrong. You could be one of those rare few that think of every little word that you said. I'll call BS on that all day. Don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna, cause honestly, that sounds like complete bull to me. But I could be wrong. Again, I'm just some random dude ranting right now, trying to make some sort of sense. That being stated, as it goes, as you please read the description below, as it says, I'm not the brightest bulb in the box, nor the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm just a random guy who has an opinion and is just talking about what I believe. Now, some of you may come to hate me for what I say. Personally, I don't care. In fact, I find it kind of funny if you end up hating me for my beliefs and what I say. Because to me, that just says, if you hate me for what I believe in, that means you're not open to you're probably not actually even listening to what I say. I just say something that sounds like something you don't like. And yes, you're like, grr. And if that's the case, honestly, I could care even less about your opinion. But, what do I know? I'm just some random dude. Now, back to, okay, hold on, I'll be right back. Now, to those of you who agree with what I say, don't agree with me. Do your own research, then see if you agree with me. But don't agree with me right now, please. Look it up yourself. Come to your own conclusion. Same with those of you who disagree with everything I say. Don't do it right this second. Just look up the stuff. Come to your own conclusion. Write down in comments. I would love to see the comments. I really would. I am not trying to be combative. If I come off like that, I am sorry. Well, not really, but if I come off combative, my bad. Oops. Oopsie. But I'm not going to be sorry for coming off kind of combative. I don't mean to, but hey, sometimes things just happen. Not much to do on that. And if I've hurt some random person's feelings on here with what I've said, grow a pair. pick up your big boy pants or your big girl pants and grow a pair. And honestly, there's someone from Nintendo who doesn't like what I've just said. Oh, bloody well. And there's someone Nintendo who likes what I said. Again, don't just agree, don't just like, do the research, please. I appreciate it, but now, who knows? But I don't know much. This is just me ranting through. Now, I'm for those of you who this is the first time tuning in to me, which most likely is anyone who's listening, please like, subscribe. I can use the attention. I need the validation. Please. But those of you who've heard me before, you know this is way different than what I normally do. I'm normally just a silent gamer. I just play every so often and stream it. So please, like, subscribe, and I'll try to get another thing out tomorrow. Latest next week. Okay, goodbye.